Hang on. Well, anyway, here's fried hair. I wanted to make this live stream what I call resin reveal. Okay, this is one of the jewelry boxes, and these right here are crystals that I put in the mold when I cast it. This is a lid that I did from earlier. That's one side, that's the other. It kind of looks like a griffin, doesn't it? Interesting. This is one of them. It's just basically like a green and gold. This is one of them. It's like a purple and silver. Here's one that ended up turning out more green than yellow, but oh well. These are some of the little keychains I did. This is, you can wear it as a pendant or earrings. Same with this one. These are two other pendants that I did. This one's got crystals. That's why that tip's so dark. This one doesn't have any crystals in it, but you can still wear it for like color or whatever. I gave two of the bigger pieces away as early Christmas to my mom and a friend of the family. Oh, hey. And I don't remember if I ever showed you this one or not. This is the very first one I did. Now, all the white right here and stuff is glue because I did the bottom piece different. This is a yellow and green or gold and green lid that I did. But I finally ran out of resin, so I made the last batch of castings yesterday. Plus, I'm getting my buzz on. It's only Chartara. No offense, dear, but he thought it was Brooke, so he's like, being a brat. That's Chris for you, right?
No, that would for anyone.
Uh-huh. I hope this thing's charged enough for me to do this. Here's the last batch that I did. I don't know how well you can see them, but hopefully you guys can see them okay. This is an older one. I did them about 8 o'clock or so last night. Taking them out of their mold. That's one of the green ones. Here's the circle. I don't know about these guys. If they're done, I hope so. This is this one. I know the lighting sucks, but I'm trying to find an easy way to show them, I guess. Let's get the green here. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. All right. This is the green one. Just in case I didn't show them very well the other way. Now these you can use as like a coaster or something to that effect. This is a lid. Whoop. To the jewelry box. It's a real pretty green one, and there's crystals in it too. I especially can't wait to see how this one turned out. I guess it turned out pretty good. See? Okay, put this mold back the way it's supposed to go. Get in there. There we go. So, there's a completed box. Whoop. There's the lid for it. I think it turned out pretty good. This is a dark green, and believe it or not, I did it with food coloring. And this is the pendant. Now, so far, it has been my experience, unless I can do this the right way here. Come on. There we go. Now there's a nice green pendant. And yes, this one's got crystals in it. And when a jewelry box is complete, it's kind of nice to get my mold straightened back out here. There we go. Don't want to keep this thing unplugged too long, because I don't want it to die on me like it did the other night somehow. Okay, here's my cord. There it is. I think it wasn't plugged in right or something. And the rest of them that I've done are these two right here. This is a circle one, and this is a purple pendant with gold glitter. I'm sorry about your uncle, hun. I'm sure that wasn't fun, you know. Going to funerals are not usually a happy occasion. I'm drinking down some seriously watered down Crown Royal. Here's a real pretty blue one I did. Isn't that pretty? You got to look at these in the sunlight. They're stunning in the sunlight. And I have some more bigger pieces in a box nearby, but I don't feel like getting up and getting them right this second. But like I said, I gave 2 of them away recently to my mom and Jim for early Christmas, because I just don't know what Christmas is going to be like, you know, this year. Last year, we pretty much didn't do anything. I mean, not really much of anything. Well, the one good thing that happened last year was, of course, Brooke, you know, was here in the States for 12 days. And Char said she's going to get you for going. He just went back. He's such a goofbutt. But thanks, you know. I'm glad you like them. I just, dispersing them is going to be another matter, because that's going to involve shipping, you know, and I haven't put a hole in the top of the green pendant yet that I just took out of its mold. But, you know, at least the food coloring, I mean, it didn't turn out too bad. You know, it's just regular food coloring that you buy in the store. I used green because I wanted to find a way to make a darker green, because with the kits, the 2 kits that I had, you can only make this certain shade of light green. And there's really no, other colors that will darken it really. Oh, excuse me. So when I get over to my mom's next, which I don't know when that's going to be because gas is low on the car right now, and trying to limit any driving anywhere because appointments, doctor appointments and everything. Because next week, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that there are some doctor appointments and stuff that are going to go on. Let me put on my eyeballs so I can read. I decided to type because I don't very much. But this was a purple one, and I just did some gold glitter on it, but it's really, really super thin. See how thin? And it's real lightweight, so you can easily wear this as an earring. And these aren't too bad either. These aren't so heavy, that you couldn't, that they're going to pull your ears down or anything. It's only, excuse me, going on 8 o'clock. Well, I'm sorry to hear that too. Sisters can be pretty damn mean. Look at Naomi. That's why I disassociate with her. She divorced us a while back, so forget it. It's like whatever, and now, weirdly enough, which I think it's actually hilarious too, she is trying to friend request me on Facebook using the name Naomi Mabius. And that's pretty strange considering she divorced us. So does that not make it make it not right that she is suddenly using the name Mabius? But I'll never talk to her again. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be difficult because the thing just popped up, said paranormal files are live right now. Oh, well. I ain't worried about it. I might pop over, but in a way, I kind of think why, because it's not like I'm going to be noticed or anything by anybody. But, it's been a busy day. But I figured since this was my last batch of resin pieces that I'm going to be able to do right now, that I would finally go ahead and do the reveal, show all the pieces that, I can. Now, Maybon, while I got you on here, Char Hun, it'll be the 21st of this month, and I am going to try my very best to do a Maybon ceremony on here. It's probably going to be in the early afternoon sometime because that seems to be the best time for me. It seems to work the best. And, I want to be able to enjoy it and, have the energy that I need. Playing around with the emojis. Well, they got some cute ones. Oh, here's a cute one that I really like. I just need to figure out how to make money. Still working on that one. There's a little party one that I think's cute. Anyway, I'm just messing around. I don't know if anybody else will be able to come on. I know that Brooke is probably sleeping right now. It's like after 1 where she's at, 1 in the morning. So I'm not gonna like keep somebody awake, or anything. And my wrist is hurting. Ow. Oh. But so Maybon, hopefully, that's a cute one. Maybon hopefully will be, decent. I mean, it's, me, it's not probably going to be anything elaborate, but I just usually I do the ritual or whatever out of the book. If I even have it up here, it might still be downstairs. I can't remember if it's up here or not. But today was just kind of a, taking it easy day, I guess. Oh, thanks. The roses are pretty. Some of the future pieces, when I can get a couple more kits of the resin kits, is going to be, I'm going to be, doing multi-layers. Like at some point, I'm probably going to be doing either a multicolored cube. So it's going to be several layers, but each layer is going to be a different color. And try to do the layers not too thin, but thin enough to see how many of the colors that I have I can actually use, because I'll have to wait. It's going to take me a few days to do because you got to wait, for each layer to dry. Like the first layer will probably be crystals, and the second layer will be herbs. The third layer, excuse me, I'm not sure. Oh, golly, I can't believe I'm yawning already this early. But I'm just winding down now. I'll probably be going to bed here in a couple of hours. But hopefully, if everything works out right, and I hope it does, Brooke is trying to come back in March. She's trying to, I guess save back money probably, and, stuff like that. So she'll have the travel money to get here. And hopefully the next trip, if she does make it, it'll be a lot easier for her because she's already been to the States once. And we do have some video footage of when she was here because New Year's Eve we celebrated. And she was here with us, and Chris videotaped it. And I had completely forgotten that he had until one night we were sitting here not really doing much of anything, and he turned it on. And I was like, oh, wow, I completely forgot you did that. So it was nice to be able to review that again and think back to how much fun we had that time. And Michael, my son, he called. He was talking to us on the phone. You can hear him clear as day, because usually we would put him on speakerphone unless he wanted to have a private conversation with Brooke, in which case we would take it off speaker and then probably put the phone in another room, or we've done plenty of three-way calls for them before, so they could talk personally and privately with each other. But I guess, for the most part, they're working things out, and I'm glad, they're taking a different approach. I'm still not sure. I mean, me and Brooke haven't had a chance yet to discuss the whole partnership, me joining her business and helping her to run it from like this end, or, see how much I can contribute and help her from this end. And I'm hoping that it'll make us some, nice pocket money, because what I'll do is I'll tell her, it's like, sweetie, if you want to pay me and you don't really have cash to pay me, then you can pay me with product, and just whatever you think my work is worth, then give me that amount in product, because I don't know what else she's doing besides the candle wax things where she does candle molds. She said that she was going to put together basically a set of the candle molds, like send me one of each that she had. And of course, my back decides to itch right now. I'm still on my Slim Fast diet, and I guess I'm doing okay on it. It's one of those, it's slow and going. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, and I know that it's not. But I got to stick with it. I got to commit, because if I don't, then this weight's never going to come off. And the challenge so far seems to be, for the most part, is keeping myself in shakes, because I can't always go to Sam's Club and get me a case of 15 of them, which I thought they had a case of 24, but apparently not. It's only 15. And it's like 20 some dollars, which ain't too bad. Now the resin kits, we got them from Sam's Club. I'm not going to say they're a Sam's Club exclusive, because I might try to get over to Michael's Hobbies and Crafts here sometime soon, especially before the weather starts getting too cold. Because if it starts getting cold, I'm not going to want to travel as much. I mean, granted, we have a decent enough heater in the car, so I think we'll be okay as far as that goes. But I wish my friends Karakin and Sari Andy would come on here and become two more of my subs. They're a couple of friends of mine on Avakin Life, and one of them's Russian, the other one's Norwegian. Sari Andy, I believe, is the Russian, and Karakin is the Norwegian. They're a couple, and they're sweethearts. I have two accounts. I have my Roy Campbell account, which is still me, but I play it on my phone. And I mostly did that, one, to make a friend that I know would never do me wrong and hurt me and use me and all this stuff. So I went ahead and opened another account. So that way, if none of them are on to hang out with, then I can just go into my other account. And I have a male and female Abby with both. So I can make it a girls' day to where both my Abbies are girls, make it a guys' day, both are guys, or guy, girl, whatever. Need to get back into my meditations again, which I've been doing on my phone. Speaking of my phone, I got to plug it in here in a little bit. But I'm hoping that Michael's will have some of these resin kits, and they'll be, decently inexpensive, because if they're more than what Sam's Club charges, I'm not going to get them from Michael's. I'll just go back to Sam's Club. But all they have is the small kits now. The big kits are already gone for like Christmas and stuff, I guess, because Christmas is coming up in a couple of months. So people are trying to do their Christmas shopping early, which is always a good thing, because that way you can beat the crowds. You can beat the rush. You can beat the rigmarole. You can beat the freaking trauma BS of everybody trying to rush to the store because everybody wants certain things and blah, blah, blah. And it's a nut house. It's a crazy place, that I really don't want to be a part of if I can help it. And I will not go into a store on Black Friday. Hell no. Because, yeah, they might be great deals, but do you really want to deal with the crowds? I really don't. Because what if somebody comes in there and just shooting up the joint? You don't want to be in the path of a stray bullet, for goodness sake. See, there's really not much else going on. I've been trying to spend like the last few days in a row. I've been going over to my mom's, and I need to get over there here again soon. So I'll have to see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, and maybe try to chance it and take, walk down there. So I'm not using the car and using the gas, because her place isn't very far from where we're at. And I'll make sure and take my walking stick. That way, if somebody gives me a problem, they're gonna get hurt, because I'll jab them in the throat or the stomach or the nuts if it's a guy, and they'll think twice before they bother me again. Which sounds maybe crazy, because it's like, why would it be dangerous in broad daylight? Trust me, broad daylight doesn't mean shit around here. Here quite recently, I think it was like a few days ago or something now, but there was some shoot 'em up jackass out back as usual. And according to some other residents in the building we're in, they said that one of the bullets found its way, hit our building, and it scared somebody badly enough, or unnerved them, pissed them off, whatever you want to say, however you want to categorize it. Our next door neighbor across the hall from us, Matt Jackass, it's what I call him. He's moving. He's already signed a contract with another place, and I'll just be glad when the bastard's gone, because he's another one of those problem ones in the building, yelling at people and blaming people for stuff they're not even doing. He yelled at Maria the other day, my friend Norma, and that pissed me off. It pissed her off, and it even made Chris pop his head out the door to make sure everything was okay, because he was yelling at her about something about fucking slamming doors or some shit, and she wasn't the one doing the shit. So what I would say to him in that case, is I'd be like, you know what, mother fucker, if you want to do that shit, why don't you try doing it to the person that's actually slamming the door? And if you want to know who's doing that, then the next time you hear this door slam, go down and see who just left the damn building. You're going to know who did it. You go bitch at them. You go yell at them. You leave my sister alone, because she don't need that shit. Nobody needs that shit. And he's a rich fucker too. So, one day I got into a conversation with him, and he was going on and on about all this nice property that his family relatives have. And he's got all these fucking cars and shit. And it's like, whatever, dude, fuck off. So I don't have conversations with him anymore because of that, because I don't need to hear him bragging on and on and on and on about what he's got and how rich he is, when, a lot of us are out here struggling and we're not rich. So, mark your calendar, September 21st, between the hours of 12 and 3 in the afternoon is probably when I'll do the live stream, and I'll have to put a reminder on my calendar myself, maybe even put one in my phone and have it to alert me, have Chris show me how to do that, so I can set up stuff like that to help remind me that, hey, tomorrow you're doing a live stream from 12, between the hours of 12 and 3, Maybon ceremony or whatever, Earlier I tried to switch to my other account, but couldn't figure out how to do it. So I said, fuck it, I'll just go ahead and go with this one. My other laptop, I think, is dying. It's going way too slow anymore. And it just takes forever to do something on it. And I've had the thing for, like, according to Chris, about 7 or 8 years. So that's a freaking miracle that it's lasted this long. The only problem is I can't afford to replace it, because even an extra $100 right now is an extra 100 I don't have, really, because I would rather have the money to live on than get a computer right now. And I asked Maria, but I need to verify from her here sometime soon. Is it okay for me to order another laptop as part her, Christmas to me, like early Christmas, because she's not going to be here for Christmas. The 21st, which is Yule, she's going to be going to New York for 2 weeks, and I'm going to be, me and Chris, kind of a combination of the two, but most of the time it'll probably be me down there going to house sit for her, spend part of the day down there, part of the day up here. So that way I'm doing equal time both places, and my cats don't feel like I'm just forgetting about them, because 2 weeks is a long time. So I'm going to have to figure out, okay, do I want to like change it up? Like one day, spend the first 4 hours or so in after I get up, down at Maria's, and then spend like 4 hours up here, and then maybe go down there or something later in the evening and check on the cats and make sure the cat box is clean, make sure they have food and water and all that happy horse hockey. But I really wish Maria wouldn't have taken her air conditioner out of her window. I understand she was worried about her cats being able to get out because they started scratching at the cardboard that Chris had taped around it to keep it, to where it keeps the cool in here better in her place. And it was really nice to be able to sit down there when she had her air, but when she took it out of the window, it's like a fucking hothouse down there now. So like right now I'm sitting here with my little Arctic air cube next to me, and that's the sound you're hearing, because that's the only way that I can halfway feel comfortable in this living room, unless it's nice enough outside that I can open the window or something a little bit and let some of the outside air in and all that. Colin's popping up again. But, I don't want to like ramble on endlessly about a bunch of silly stuff that makes no sense, that isn't probably worth live streaming. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short, because I want to just relax a little bit and see if I can maybe get my Sims 3 game to finally come on correctly on my other laptop, and maybe play my Midnight Hollow, play a new game, because I'm already bored with a lot of the other games that I have and a lot of the other cities that I'm in and on that game. So I figured, let's do Midnight Hollow, which is mostly Gothic. Stuff tends to be more black and white there, literally. Like the furnishings and stuff in a house or whatever, a family that you move in with, they're very Gothic looking, Gothically dressed. And I wish I could get those clothes, because I would love to dress mine Gothically. You too, hun. I'm glad you made it on, and I will try not to make it too long before I get another live stream on here. But love you. Sorry it takes me so long to get on here sometimes, but that's the way the ball bounces, right? So I will see you next time. Blessed be. Love you. Huggle kissies, and take care. Mwah.